Hello, bruvs. Let me turn on this light. Hello, bruvs. Happy Thanksgiving, bruvs. Anyone's Son, A True Story by Roberta Roche with Harry De La Roche Jr. This is chapter 13, section 38, which isn't very long. The prison reception center at Yardville receives all men who are sent to the New Jersey State Prison complex from the courts, returned as parole violators, or transferred from another institution. Its stone buildings were built in the 60s, and generally it is considered one of the best or the most modern, professionally run institutions in the state. Besides the reception unit, there's a permanent housing area for approximately 500 inmates. When the officers and I arrived, we had to wait for half an hour till someone came out to the gate to admit us. Then we waited another 15 minutes before I was led through the door and put into a cell. After more waiting, an officer took me out of the cell and told me to strip and shower and get into prison clothes. My own clothes were taken away from me to be shipped back to the Greers. All I could keep were my eyeglasses and cross. At the end of that first afternoon, I was taken to a cell block and told I would spend 2 or more weeks in the reception center while the Interinstitutional Prison Classification Committee evaluated me and decided where to assign me. During that time, I saw a psychiatrist, psychologist, social worker, and chaplain. I can't remember these visits well, except I recall the psychiatrist had about 30 Bic pens in his 2 shirt pockets. I guess that isn't important, but there's such a sameness to life in prison, you notice things that are different. I stayed in Yardville for almost 4 weeks, and all the while I was waiting, I hoped that I could remain there. That wasn't to be, however, since I was told on my second session with the classification that I would go to either Trenton or Rahway State Prison. I hoped it would be Rahway, since that would be easier for visitors from home. I also heard that at Rahway I could wear my own clothes and have my stereo and TV. Since I couldn't have visitors in Yardville, mail from people who wrote to say they believed me and cared about me was the big thing I looked forward to. The first letter came from Aunt Arden, and she ended her news by saying, "I love you and always remember I want to keep helping you. But you must keep in touch. I think of you all the time and wonder how you're adjusting." The next letter came from Florida, from Steve. "I just found out the verdict, and I almost broke my hand when I put it through the headboard of my bed." Damn, that's a strong person. "I had to break something, and that was the closest thing to me. Will the case go to trial again? If so, I want to help as much as possible, even more than last time, because I believe you. You're my friend, and I'm yours, and nobody can take it away from us. I don't care what they say. We're still buddies. If there's anything I can do, let me know. Please write back. Your brother, Steve." After 3 meetings with the classification board, I was told I would go to Rahway on February 25th. On that wintry day, 10 of us were taken there by bus. We were handcuffed and legs shackled in pairs, and the main thing on my mind was I'm only a number now. All I can do is wait and hope for John Taylor's appeal. And that's the end of that little section. Shall return with the longer one in about 3 minutes, everybody. All right, goodbye.